Hi everyone, this is Pradnya and welcome to my channel Awaken with Pradnya. This is a new year 2021 and this is my first video in this year, and let's hope that 2021 brings most of us more clarity, more inspiration, more light, more love in this spiritual journey of self transformation. So today I'm going to talk about the 11 misconceptions in the twin flame journey, and why I have specifically chosen this topic today, because as I have been answering so many questions every day for last 4 years from so many of you, there are a certain repeated things which I can say are misconceptions and which can confuse somebody or become a hindrance in their understanding or a journey, or it can delay their progress in the journey. So I feel that it is quite important to address these misconceptions in twin flame journey. So first and foremost, what I have noticed in the twin flame community is that a person who has awakened the first, which we term as a spiritual twin flame, you have awakened in this journey, and then you feel that okay, now I have awakened, now it is my responsibility to awaken my twin flame. Now first and foremost is that awakening is a divine phenomena. How your awakening will happen, in what way, at what time, what place, is completely up to the divine, how the divine is going to facilitate that awakening. Secondly, the awakening can happen in infinite different ways. The way you got awakened in this journey, not necessarily that everybody else is going to be awakened on their spiritual path in the same way you did. So there is a possibility that your twin flame will completely go through different lessons altogether, and completely different types of experiences, and then they awaken to this journey through a completely different route than yours. So there is no point in thinking that or expecting that they will awaken the way you will awaken. Secondly, it is not in your control. It is completely up to the divine how that person is awakened. It's not in your control. So you have to let go this notion that you have to awaken. It's your responsibility now to awaken that person. Many twin flames also feel that they need to help their twin flame to awaken. But I want to stress particularly on this point that you are not here to help your twin flame. Helping your twin flame in their spiritual transformation in a conscious way, in the 3D way, is not your job. You are supposed to focus on your own journey and look into your own spiritual progress. So if at all you are having this notion that as you are now awakened, you need to help your twin flame to awaken and it is your responsibility to help them, that's not the thing which is expected from you. The second most widely spread misconception is that a lot of people feel that now as I have awakened to this term or called twin flame and the concept of twin flames, it's necessary for your twin flame to know that label, to know that term, and now you need to tell them that. And then you feel that if you tell your twin flame that we are twin flames, then they will awaken and then they will come back to you. So here I want to specifically stress on this point that telling them that you are a twin flame will definitely not work, because if you tell them something, they will just nod their head, or they might get scandalized, or it might even trigger them to run even further away, because they are not yet prepared to hear something like that. There are a lot of belief systems, there is a conditioning. So unless and until their experience of their own life is taking through those learnings or realizations, and till they realize this from their inner self, that this is a divine connection and we are part of each other, unless and until they realize that from within, there is no point in telling them. Secondly, if you really tell them that, it might really spoil the whole thing. Like, I never told my twin flame and I never used this term twin flame in our conversation. I wanted my twin flame to realize it from his side, and when he did realize it and when he did mention it, he did not use the term twin flames, but he did mention that we were, like, we had a divine connection and we were a part of the same soul. So that kind of validated what I felt for him, and I think that is really necessary. There is no need for you to go and tell your twin flame that you think that you are a twin flame. Many people feel that if you tell them that they are your twin flame, they will awaken and they will come back. So awakening of a person, them coming back to you, and knowing the term twin flame, these three things are completely different than each other. Even after knowing the term twin flame, somebody can still run from the connection, because the reason for their running is not that they are not knowing the term twin flame. The reason for their running is that they are still dealing with their inner conflicts, and that's why they are running. Awakening, as I said earlier, it's a divine phenomena. So telling them about a certain term, is not going to turn things around for you in this connection. You have to be patient. You need not get overwhelmed with this label twin flames. You just need to go through the experience the way you have been going. Whenever they realize, they would definitely confront their feelings or their realizations to you some or the other day, and you have to wait for that day. Third thing is, people feel that now, as I am the awakened twin, my twin flame is behind me in terms of understanding spirituality and the kind of awareness you have. You are leading them and they are somehow behind you in this whole journey. But that is like a complete misunderstanding. We as awakened twins who are spiritually aware of this connection are called spiritual twins, and our twin flame who is not really aware of the divinity of this connection is called the matrix twin. I have already made a detailed video about this. You can watch it on my channel. You are spiritually aware of this connection right now, and you're awakening to your divinity. Not necessary that your twin flame, who is a matrix twin flame, will also follow your path and be aware at the same time right now. It is not necessary, it is not needed, because that is not the role they are playing in this connection. That is one thing. Secondly, there is no need to feel superior just because you are aware of the connection, because there are two things: being spiritually aware and being spiritually mature. So your twin flame, who is right now not spiritually aware of the divinity of this connection, could be a mature soul who is spiritually really advanced soul, maybe even more advanced than you. But right now they have chosen the role to be a matrix twin, and that is why they are not really aware of the spiritual side of this connection. So there is nothing here where you are ahead and they are behind, or nothing of that sort. Everybody is playing their own roles as per their soul's divine plan. If at all you are having any sort of a notion in your head that as you are aware about this connection and you are spiritually awakened of about this connection, that means you are superior or ahead of your twin flame, that's not the case. The fourth thing is that many people who are married to different karmic partners or soulmates and madly in love with their twin flame are feeling that their spouse is the villain of their love story, because they have met their twin flame and that intensity is felt so much between them and their twin flame. Somewhere they start looking at their spouse as a hurdle in this whole thing, because they can't break their marriage in some way, or it is toxic. So anyways, the things are not going really well. Or there could be different permutations, combinations in every marriage. Like every marriage is different. But what I want to say here is that your karmic partner, whoever it is, if it is a karmic relationship or a soulmate relationship, they are there in your life for a reason. Either they are helping you to clear your karma, or by being your soulmate, they are passively supporting you in your journey, because as souls they are very well aware of your journey. They know that you are on this spiritual journey, and they promised you as a soul before incarnating here that they would be here to support you actively or passively in your life. Most important thing here is to be grateful to our soulmates and our karmic partners. If it is a toxic relationship, of course you should get out of that toxic relationship, irrespective of whether you are with your twin flame or not. What I want to say is that don't make your spouse a villain of your love story, because they are here for a reason and they play a certain role in your life. Also, very often in a twin flame connection, the way separation of twin flames is designed, there is a reason why twin flames are separated, because your spiritual progress and your ascension can only happen in separation. So when you are having that separation with your twin flame, which is already designed like that, your spouse, your karmic partner, is supporting you to lead your karmic life. If they were not there and you were just alone in life to cope up with that separation, it would have been really difficult for you to cope up with that sort of a pain. So there is a great reason and a purpose why you are put in a karmic relationship. It's not random, it is not by accident. Fifth misconception is that a lot of people feel that I need to wait for my twin flame till they return. So they want to remain single, or they want to hold their life with uncertain things around them. So it's a complete no-no. The twin flame connection is not about holding on for each other. Twin flame connection is not an ideal romantic partnership. It is a spiritual partnership. It is basically there in your life to spiritually transform you as a person and to put you on the path of discovering yourself and to your true purpose. It is not about meeting somebody who you like and you fall in love with and you sing songs in the garden with that person. No, the twin flame connection is not about that. I'm not saying that people can't get married to their twin flame, but the purpose of meeting a twin flame is not marriage, or is not about waiting for that ideal romantic partner. If you're really waiting for an uncertain period of time and this whole drama is happening, that they are running, then you are chasing, then again there are some good days and again there are some bad days. In this uncertainty, if you are holding your life, that means you are stopping your natural energy flow in your life. There are so many things which can naturally start manifesting in your life, which you are holding. That energy you are actually deliberately stopping by holding your life for a certain person with a certain expectation. And that's a great no-no. If at all it is a twin flame and if they are supposed to be in your life after you pass a certain juncture of understanding or spiritual maturity, they would be there in your life in any way. And maybe because you are holding that, you are actually delaying your progress and your union also, because what you're supposed to learn at that point, you are refusing to look at that learning, and you are just holding on one certain idea or a notion or expectation and just standing there holding that flag of this is the one for me and I don't want to move on without this person at all. You should definitely move on. You should explore life while you are open to all the possibilities. If your twin flame is any way, any time going to come back, and you do hold love for that person forever, there is no two ways about it. Then the sixth misconception is about surrender, which I have already addressed in my video which I made on surrender, but I want to again mention that over here, that a lot of people feel that if they are surrendering, they need to forget their twin flame, and then they get into that sadness that okay, I have to let go my twin flame. You are not letting go your twin flame when you are surrendering. You are letting go your ifs and buts, your doubts, your worries, your expectations, and you are surrendering all those worries to the divine. So if you are thinking of your twin flame, if you look at the picture of your twin flame and smile, if you send them love, if you feel their love, it is completely okay. In surrender stage, you are supposed to come to a zero resistance zone where there is no resistance in your thought. So if you forcefully try and forget your twin flame, it is not going to be possible. So there is a lot of resistance which is going to start occurring in your mind, which is a complete no-no in surrender stage. So refrain from getting into a resistance zone. Don't do anything which makes you resist your feelings inside you. So if you remember your twin flame, just cherish those memories, smile, say I love you, and move on. So this is something most of the people are not getting right, and they feel that they have to forget anything and everything which is related to their twin flame if they are surrendering. So that's not true. Seventh misconception is that I need to be sexually loyal with my twin flame, and I don't want to have any sort of sexual relationship with anybody else, even though it is my husband or a spouse, whoever it is. So this is again a great misconception, because twin flame, as I said, twin flame connection is a spiritual partnership, and it is beyond our earthly relationships. When it comes to a proper romantic relationships, that there is a certain rule book there, right? You commit to somebody, and then there is a expectation of what are the do's and don'ts of this relationship, and there are certain society norms which we all follow, that there is a commitment, there is a loyalty expected, relationship loyalty, sexual loyalty. There are a lot of things which come as a package in when you commit to a person as a relationship. When it comes to a twin flame connection, it does not quite fit into that particular template of a committed romantic relationship, because twin flame connection is a connection, it is not a relationship. Many twin flames don't even date each other, and they are never into a conventional official relationship with each other. So it is very difficult to draw a line. Are you in a relationship or are you not into a relationship? So I would mostly term it as a connection more than terming it as a relationship. So if you are having that sort of a connection, you cannot really apply any sort of a relationship rule to that connection. So being sexually loyal is a certain expectation which we have in a ideal romantic earthly relationship template, which we cannot apply to a twin flame connection, because it's a completely different ball game. Makes us learn about unconditional love. If we really love the person, we cannot have these kind of expectations from this person. And there are so many twin flames who are married to different people, so naturally they are in a relationship with somebody else while they are having that connection with their twin flame. So comparing this connection with being sexually loyal with you, is it does not quite fit in that whole scenario. And anybody who is getting into that notion of comparing or expecting a sexual loyalty from your twin flame should understand that this is not something which you could expect. I'm not encouraging any sort of a polygamy kind of a behavior here. I just want to make this point that this connection is far above and beyond than expecting a committed sexual loyalty from your twin flame. It's completely irrelevant. It's very widespread misconception is that as I am the awakened one and I am a spiritual twin flame, I am the only one who is suffering in this whole journey, and my twin flame is getting away with all the pain, and he or she is having a great life. They are not bothered about how I am suffering. They are having a normal life and they are good. Only I am the one who is suffering. So why me? So what I want to say here is that we as spiritually aware or awakened twins are in a much better position than the unawakened twin flame, because they are too going through a lot of pain but without being awakened. So what is happening is that there is a pain, there is confusion, there is a lot of inner conflict, but they are not really understanding the real big picture, why this is the whole thing is happening with them. For us, we are knowing why this is happening. So knowing a bigger picture and without knowing a bigger picture, which situation is more painful? Their situation is more painful according to my understanding. So don't think that you are the only one who is suffering. The only difference here that you are able to actually, and it's a good thing that you are able to actually consciously work on yourself if you want to, and transform yourself into a better person through conscious inner work. They are not even having that option because they are not awakened to this connection. So there is no question of them doing any sort of a conscious work. So you are in a better situation than them. So if at all you are feeling that they are in the advantageous position, then rethink about it, because that's not true. There is also another side to this misconception. Many matrix twin flames who are unawakened as I said, that they could be advanced souls. They have already learned the lesson right now in this journey in their past lives. They don't really need to go through those lessons in this life. Now it is your turn. They have already learned it in last lives. If you look at it from that perspective, because I have seen many twin flames telling me this, or even I have experienced in my journey, you feel that your twin flame is understanding many things spiritually, or they are naturally understanding so many spiritual concepts. That means they have already learned those things in their past lives. Then the ninth misconception is about inner work. Many people feel that doing inner work means doing meditation or healing. Inner work is, again, I have done another video on inner work specifically. You can see that on my channel. Inner work is not meditation. Inner work is not healing. Inner work is a very conscious introspection, going inside you and identifying where exactly you are struggling, identifying that issue, accepting that issue, analyzing that issue, working on that particular issue, and overcoming that issue. If you are following these steps, that means you are doing inner work. So many people feel that okay, they have to sit down somewhere on a yoga mat and close their eyes and do some guided meditation, and if they are doing that, that means they are doing inner work. Then no, doing a meditation can definitely help balance your aura and your chakras and your overall energy and vibrations, but it is completely different than what inner work really is. So don't mix up between your meditation or a healing work with inner work. Inner work and meditation healing are completely different things. Another misconception is that many people feel that a twin flame stages, the journey, is linear. Twin flame stages are not linear. They are random, or they are non-linear, I can say, and they can repeat as many times it is required for a certain person. Because if you haven't learned that particular stage completely or properly, it will repeat itself again and again at different junctures in your life. When I began my journey, I thought, okay, there are 6 stages that you encounter your twin flame. Then there is a separation, then surrender, then there is illumination, harmony, and then union. And I was expecting that okay, I would go one by one linearly and one day I would reach union. But as I experienced this journey, I realized that these stages were just written down to make people understand the experience in a simple way. So when we are describing, as a human being, we have limitations, so we only can describe a certain thing in a linear manner. So that is why the stages look like or feel like linear step by step destination, but that's not the case. The whole experience can be completely random and non-linear and repeat itself again and again. And eventually, by going through those spirals and twists and turns and repeating things again and again, someday you can reach the ultimate destination, that is union. And last but not the least, it is about twin flame union, where people feel that once I be in the union with my twin flames, it is like staying under one roof as a romantic couple with my twin flame, happily ever after as husband wives. That's like a typically imagined and typically fantasized twin flame union. But the actual twin flame union happens on 5 levels. It happens on spiritual level, mental level, emotional level, etheric level, and physical level. And as you start this journey, you start aligning with your twin flame one by one in all these levels. So right now there are a lot of twin flames who are spiritually aligned with their twin flame but not yet in union with them physically. Some are spiritually, mentally, emotionally aligned but not yet aligned with their twin flame physically. So union is happening in these 5 levels, step by step, and there is much more to a twin flame union than just staying under a one roof as a romantic couple. There is a lot of stuff which is getting unlocked in terms of your spiritual mission, your understanding, the way you see the world, and what exactly you need to do when you are here, because you are here for a reason. Twin flames are here for a reason, for a purpose. So all that aspect is coming into the picture. But when you have not ascended to that level of understanding, it is very natural to think that the union is all about being a goody goody couple and love each other and be in each other's arms. But that is a misconception. It's completely okay to feel that, but there is a lot which is there when it comes to a twin flame union. So don't restrict yourself to this concept or a idea that twin flame union is just a physical union and it is like being in a romantic and sexual union with your twin flame. That's not the case. Hope my today's video made sense to you and it cleared some of your misconceptions, if you had any at all, while navigating through this journey. Those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell icon. I upload videos every Thursday.